Okay, hello Bio. We are continuing in Chapter 8 in photosynthesis. So far we've talked about what energy is, like ATP and ADP, and we've talked about some experiments that have been done in terms to show us a lot about photosynthesis. So today we're going to get in a little more specifics about photosynthesis, and the first thing being is, what is the overall equation for photosynthesis? So here is our photosynthesis equation. And the first part here says it's 6 CO2, which is carbon dioxide, plus 6 H2O. And you add a little light, it'll give us, it says C6H12O6, and that is our chemical formula for glucose, or just sugars down there at the bottom, plus 6 oxygens. And to break that down, with maybe the more important part down here at the bottom, just need to know that if we take carbon dioxide and add water, so this is the part that the plant needs to carry out photosynthesis. So they need carbon dioxide and water. And when you add light, get this to go away, and then when we add light, it will give us sugars and oxygen. So we have carbon dioxide plus water, give us a little light, gives us sugars and oxygen. So that is our photosynthesis equation. This is very important. Make sure you remember this bottom one right here. And moving on. So photosynthesis uses the energy of sunlight to convert water and carbon dioxide into high energy sugars and oxygen. And that is what we just stated. So no, again, it's very important. They put it twice, so that shows that you need to know it. And here is just another way to look at it, just showing that we have light coming down, and then we just have our ATP, the Calvin cycle. Again, we maybe mention what that is. So this is just another more circular way to look at it. And so that is the photosynthesis equation. And so now we're going to look at what role light and pigments play in our into photosynthesis. So light and the pigment we're going to talk about is chlorophyll. So hopefully this isn't a new term. We've heard that before. So chlorophyll. So first thing we're going to look at is light. So plants gather the sun's energy with light absorbing, we're going to look at pigments first. Plants gather the sun's energy with light absorbing molecules called pigments. The main pigment in plants is chlorophyll. And there are two types of chlorophyll, chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. We don't really need to know the difference between the two, just know the fact that there is two different types. So chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B are going to be used to absorb the sun's energy. And chlorophyll absorbs light well in the blue, violet, and red regions of the visible spectrum. So this right here, this color spectrum down here, is just kind of represents the different types of light that we have. So lights move at different wavelengths, and they kind of pick up different colors. So chlorophyll will absorb the light here, and the violet and the blue on the left, and the red and the orange on the right. So that's where they absorb light the best. However, chlorophyll does not absorb light well in the green region of the spectrum. So you can see right here, the green in the middle where it's really low, that means that no green light is absorbed by chlorophyll. So therefore, chlorophyll is just going to reflect the green light. So that is why plants look green, because the light isn't absorbed, it's reflected, and that's what we see. So I'm not sure how much experience you've had with this information. We'll break it down more in class, so it'll make more sense. So we have different wavelengths of light, different colors of light. The green is the one that is not absorbed, so it's reflected, and that is why plants look green. And then wrapping it up with light, light is a form of energy, so any compound that absorbs light also absorbs energy from that light. When chlorophyll absorbs light, much of the energy is transferred directly to electrons in the chlorophyll molecule, raising the energy levels of these electrons. So in specific, when light comes in chlorophyll, it's going to raise the energy of the electrons in specific. So these high energy electrons are what make photosynthesis work. So photosynthesis is powered by electrons that have been excited, that have had the energy levels raised. So keep that in mind, and let me know if you have any questions.